Hi, welcome to the Career Bridge-Credential Engine Credential Transparency Project. We're glad to be here. We're going to be going through a narrated PowerPoint. Some of you were actually at our November 13th webinar. There were some technical difficulties, and so we are recording some of our thoughts, and this is a way for you to learn more about this Career Bridge Credential Engine project. My name is Marina Parr. I'm the Workforce Board's Communications Director.
And I'm Randy Smith, IT and Research Specialist with the Workforce Board.
So before we go any further, it's probably a good idea to refresh your memory or learn more about our Career Bridge website. This is going to be at the heart of this project. Our Career Bridge website has over 6,500 education programs in one place. That's another word for credentials. So credentials, for those of you who aren't familiar with that term, can include anything from a few days training to a one-year certificate, 4-year bachelor's degrees are on Career Bridge, apprenticeship programs are on Career Bridge, and of course credentials also extend to smaller term types of validation, from micro credentials such as badges to licenses. So there's a full range that are going to be put in one place on a national registry called Credential Engine. But we want to tell you a little bit more about Career Bridge. You can see there, this is the homepage for Career Bridge. We did launch this website back in 2009, so it's now celebrating its 10-year anniversary. You can see that we provide performance results on Career Bridge for thousands of education programs. So as I mentioned, we have over 6,000 education programs. About half of those come with these very detailed performance results. We do not take self-reported data from schools, and so this is all data crunched by our research team, including Randy Smith, who introduced himself earlier. You can see here that the completion rate is visible on this consumer report card, but more importantly, I think for consumers, is the employment rate. That means how many folks actually got jobs after completing this particular education program. And also, what did they earn? You can see that the earnings were about $60,000 here for a information security certificate. You can also see on the same page at least a little bit of the industries where these students went to work. So if you went through this program at Edmonds Community College, where did you end up working after completing this program? This is a way for folks to have a better understanding of the return on investment for their education and training programs. It's the same kind of performance evaluation that we'll also be bringing to Credential Engine, which is that national registry. We'll also be publishing performance results to that site as well. You can see that Career Bridge also shows student characteristics for an education program, which is a great way to see the demographics of the students who are actually in a program. You can see on this snapshot that only a quarter of the students are female. You can also see the ethnic background of the students in this program as well as the age. It looks that about half of students are over 40 years old, for example. This is great information for folks, especially those who are at WorkSource, our state's career center system. You have older unemployed folks in some cases who may be encouraged, for example, to see that they won't be the only older student in a classroom. The other thing I think that's great about this information is something that can be used in our K-12 classrooms for our middle and high school students who are making education and career choices. It's kind of what I like to call a teachable moment. You've probably heard that terminology. That's when the teacher can say, hey, you notice that only a quarter of the students in this program are female. You know, girls, have you thought about going into this program which provides such good wages for really a short amount of training? So the Career Bridge really is used at different levels. It's used in our state's middle and high schools for students making career and education decisions and their next steps. It's used by unemployed and underemployed adults who are, again, in our WorkSource centers. It's also used in community-based organizations and elsewhere. We continue to grow this website, and last year we had over 7 million page views. So we're pretty proud of that, but we're continuing to grow, and we think that's going to grow even further with our partnership with Credential Engine.
Hi, I'm Randy Smith with the Workforce Board. Our goal with this project is to take that rich set of data from Career Bridge, listing thousands of individual programs from short-term certificates, apprenticeships, through degree programs, and then publish it to a national registry. The idea is to lower barriers for the schools where they could publish now, but with a technical and outreach project, we could become one of the first states to publish a substantial number of credentials to the Credential Registry.
Hi, it's Marina again. So we were very fortunate to get a $50,000 grant from Credential Engine to do this project. We got this grant earlier this year. We're in the process right now of hiring an outreach coordinator to help the schools and get those credentials put onto Credential Engine. We're going to be creating a help desk and some training materials to, again, help schools and make it easier for them to get this done. We want to make sure that it's a simple process. We don't want duplication because right now, of course, schools are already putting information into CareerBridge. This is a way for them to do it more efficiently. Probably one of the bigger components of this project is actually the forming and convening of a credential advisory committee. This is a group of educators, education representatives, that is, who are going to be put together to talk about what they want in credential transparency. What kind of goals do they have? What kind of benchmarks should we achieve in Washington to get to a place where people can really evaluate the value of a credential? In other words, what competencies, skills, and experiences are in each credential, and how can I make an informed decision when I'm shopping for my next education step? You can see there, as we've mentioned earlier, our goal for this Credential Engine project is to publish as many as 3,800 credentials. That's about half of the education programs that we have on CareerBridge currently. And a bigger goal, of course, is to build sustainability so that we have a project that extends beyond this particular contract with Credential Engine so that schools are on board and understand the value of putting their programs on a national platform.
The technical component of this project is going to be to translate the CareerBridge details of these individual programs into the new Credential Transparency Description language, which is the language of Credential Engine. Workforce Board will act as a third-party publisher, which allows us to directly publish details to the Credential Registry, but also allows the schools to do updates to the Credential Registry, either directly or through their own websites. To both move data into the Credential Registry, but also back into CareerBridge. Washington has been ahead of the curve in independent evaluations of programs. We take the individual student records from schools and then match it against national UI information. And this shows the actual employment and earnings of the students who took those programs. And we intend to use the same rigorous approach to publish to this national platform to allow students to make informed decisions about which programs they intend to take.
So if you have questions, we encourage you to write us at careerbridge@wtb.wa.gov. We know that you may have more lingering questions, and we encourage you to write in. One question that we get quite a bit actually is, what's the future of CareerBridge? Some folks think that if we are partnering with Credential Engine, that CareerBridge is not going to be around. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. CareerBridge is actually growing stronger and more vibrant through this partnership with the national platform. Stay tuned for more changes to CareerBridge, including the launch of a new digital portfolio feature for students to save their career and education searches. We're also going to make the site mobile friendly, among other changes. So stay tuned. Thanks for hanging in with us for this PowerPoint, and we'll talk to you later.